What's going on, everybody, and welcome back for a new video. This right here is my guide to everything V2, and I just did some adjustments to all these things here just so it's perfect. So the first one is, of course, our sand right here. On the old one there was two in between, and if we go to some of my cannons right here, let me see if I can find it. Dual comp, let's go for it. You will see that there is three in between it. So of course those are getting changed. I'm gonna move all these one, so they will fit exactly into my dual side comps and whatsoever. So I will be doing that and put it into my guide to everything. Next up, we have a new farm that people prefer the most. Basically, this is just a little line of exactly what's going to look like. So without the cobble here, of course. So this dirt and water here, right, is the first point or first layer of the farm that I'll be skimming. There's not going to be any water flowing like this. It's all going to be in the skim like that. So you'll see where to place the water exactly, so it will reach on both sides from the middle here and out. So that's one of the things. Also, on the second layer, we're going to have sugarcane and carpet like this. Of course, it's going to be like all over the place like that up there, but right here it's just a little line out on how you see the water going under it and stuff like that. And the final result is this up here with the slab underneath it. That's skimmed as well, so you guys have an easy way to add layers to your farm. Again, the cobblestone is not going to be part of the skip, and then you just simply move if you want a bigger farm and stuff like that. Next up, we have checkboxes. Whetstone for checkboxes, meaning that of course it goes right on the edge, so it works 100%. Now, I do see a lot of people having double pillars, yeah, whatever you call it. So I made a skim of these two, and I made one of this. So if you're just gonna have a wall or a sand wall, you can use this one. If you're gonna have pillars, you can use this one. Next one, we have something a little bit different. So this right here is the area that monsters spawn on. So you can spawn all the way out here, and of course it's a little bit weird. As of I've read off Wiki and other websites, northwest corner is kind of where it spawns the most, and then it does something like this, which is kind of weird. Now I did also add something called spawners, and I did AFK range, so you'll see what range your spawner is getting activated on. So as long as you're within this tube right here, or this circle right here, or even inside the wall, it will activate the spawner. If you're outside, right here, it will not activate it. So now, if you have a ton of spawners, you're not sure if it's gonna activate it, you can just put the skim here on it, and then you'll see if you're actually activating it or not, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have, let me see, we have string. If I could find, oh, here we are. So I have one chunk of string right here. That will help you guys when you're making traps or whatsoever. People like to put this on their spawners as well, so you'll find that in the spawners and in string floor. It's basically one chunk of just string, so that should be good. Next up, we have signs. I also have a skim of that. That is also, I'm pretty sure it's in spawners. Going to spawners, sign floor. I use this more likely when we're doing IG farms and stuff like that. So that's why it's in there. Also, we were missing corners on our filters. You guys suggested that a lot, so I made corners for the filters. It's the same height as the normal filter you'll find in my guide to everything, so it should match up perfectly. Another thing you suggested was triple slabs and dual slabs, and not just one line of slabs. So this is what it looks like now, and put this into the schematic as well. Also, one thing you suggested is one stackers. Not really sure why you did that, if that was a joke or not, but now I added it. This right here is more like a simple one, very simple, and you can put a cobweb in front of it like this, and then like make a wall, something like this, I guess, and box it in, and they can't get into it. I guess you can do that, but basically a tons of one stackers. I'm probably gonna add more, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. But this basic right here is just like to get into that checkbox, and that's basically it. At some point it's gonna run out of power, of course, and you're gonna need to add some because we're not really using too much power in this one here, since it's not really useful in any way besides just getting rid of the checkbox. Over here we have the exact same, just using comparators instead. That way you don't need to build too many repeaters, put on too many ticks. So this is just very easy to schematic in. Just put print on for 2 seconds and it should be built. But that's basically one stacker as well, which is pretty cool. So it's just two very basic one stackers that you can use for your checkbox or whatever if you want to see if they're online or whatever. So it's very simple. They do not work at long range, and you're gonna need to add a little bit more power. But you can easily do that. It's not really a problem. As well as the scatter right here, it's 2 full repeaters, so you can increase that as well if you wanted to. But it doesn't, as you can see in the TNT, it doesn't really go fully. So that's that. Now I did make something else. I'm pretty sure this was on. Let me think. I'm pretty sure this was on Vanity. I made this. Just something easy right here to realign with their sand, meaning, you know, if they had sand ramps like this, like they had on Vanity for some reason, not really sure why, but this is basically what they had. So my faction suggested to make an adjustable one stacker, so we can realign, so we can fire into this one, we could fire into this one, and we could fire into that one, and get rid of all the sand. That's basically what this right here is. This is a 17 block adjustable cannon. Like it's not nothing fancy. Really isn't. It's just like a cannon, you know. Like I don't know. There's nothing fancy, or it doesn't tunnel or anything. It's just like letting you guys know where you want to shoot. Let's say you want to shoot right here. We build up a wall like that, and now you're ready to shoot. And then whenever we shoot, it will hybrid and everything. Very simple. Used to get rid of sand and stuff like that. But that's basically it. You can adjust it all the way in. Let me see if I can show you that. So if you want to shoot right here, you can build up your wall right here. It's gonna work out perfectly as well. Let me get it right there. And then we're gonna shoot as close as it can. You can't get any closer. Perfect. And of course, it's gonna work at long range as well. Oops, we always need to block this off. I'm gonna show you that. But it's gonna work at long range as well. So let's keep it like that. So this is 17 blocks. And it should be working at least for 10-20 chunks. There we go, perfect. Now, if you have leave this open right here, you're gonna face some problems. So I'm gonna leave that open. I'm gonna show you exactly what happens. Oops. There we go. So if you do it like this, the TNT doesn't like it. The TNT kind of slides, as you see. That's a no good. So it's important that you keep this closed at all times and only have the space open that you're actually gonna need. Now you can put a cobweb in front of it, so you can have it like this, water over it, make a box. Whenever you want to shoot somewhere, you do this, and of course you do the wall inside it, and then you should be good, like that. Here we go. It's a very simple cannon. I'm gonna let you know how it works here in a second, but this is basically it. So right here we have the power. It's not too much power. It's just, I don't know, maybe like for 15 chunks or something like that. And this right here is the booster. Now this over here is basically what's pushing the power, which is coming right here and stops right here. That is getting pushed. That's getting pushed that way, or wherever you want it. Now this here is also boosting sand coming out, and the one TNT in the scatter right here, all getting pushed over to here, and then it's getting shut out. And that's basically it. Now it doesn't have a realigner, but this right here should realign it somehow and hopefully work perfectly. I did use it on many servers actually, and it does seem to work. So the testing is done, and hopefully it works. So that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fix up the sand right there, and after that I'm gonna release this video here, and there's gonna be a download link down in the description for my guide to everything V2. Basically, I added all the missing cannons, meaning the fusion collection, also the auto fusion collection right here, and then just fixed up a few mistakes somehow between one of all these. There was like 2 that was named the same and stuff like that. That is all fixed now. Some of the cannons is also fixed up, like the region bust. The 60 stacker didn't really work, and that was just like 2 tick difference, so I just fixed that. But I also added the one stacker right here, as you can see. Now that is basically it, and I'm still gonna run with this photo right here, and you're gonna see right here what it is. I'm gonna show you guys how to download it real quick, and then we're gonna end off this video. So let's get this installed. Now I'm sorry about the mess here, don't worry about it. So right here we have what you downloaded. It is a WinRar, so if you don't have WinRar, you need to download it. It's kind of just an easy program. See, we use it for content clients and like all kind of mods as well. So it's not only for this. So when you get it, you get something like that look like this, and inside that you have a folder, and inside that you have all of these things right here. Just make sure that everything is there. Now when you have that, you're gonna go down here, search, and then type run, and you can find your desktop app here, and you %app data %. Now that should leave you into your .minecraft, and then you can go into your schematics, which is placed right here. If you don't have schematic, you have it installed, you need all kind of things, like it's all down in the description as well. But if you want go in here, then you'll see that I have already installed mine, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So right here, when you get into this folder, 2 seconds. Accidentally. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you have your schematic folder right here with all your schematics, you know. Then you're gonna open this up, and then you can kind of move this folder in here, and when you've done that, you're pretty much done. So that's basically how that works. Of course, it's gonna tell me that I already have a folder named this, or have 231 files that is named this. So of course, I'll just cancel that out, but that shouldn't happen for you unless you already have my guide to everything V1. Then you have to uninstall that. But that is basically how you do that, guys. I think that will be just about it for this video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, remember to like this video here and comment down below if you have a suggestion, question, issue, whatsoever. And as always, guys, remember to show your support by subscribing to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.